I'm writing something about your two transfers, Jacob and Akwasi, and I wanted to ask you about both, what they've brought, how they've helped fit, how they're fitting in, how they're adjusting. I guess we could start with the general question on how they're doing, what they're adding.
You know, they're first of all, they're good kids. Like, they've added a lot. They are in the gym a lot, so they added to that culture. They're older, so we've been a young program. We're going to continue even this year to be a little bit of a young program. They've given us some age and some maturity and skill set. Like, they shoot the ball, they handle the ball, they know how to play. So, you know, they've added, you know, one to our front court, another one to our back court. They're versatile. They can play multiple positions, but, you know, really good kids. I'm excited about that part of it.
In the year Jacob's been with you, what have you seen change or evolve with him?
His defense, yeah. And he needs to continue in that area too. He can always score, talented scorer, lefty too, a little bit different. Handles the basketball, but he's really learning how to play defense and really share the ball, which I think are two important traits that he's got to continue to, continue to work on and keep making those two parts of his game.
One more from me on this. Kwasi, he's the old man of the group. He's played the most college basketball by far. Yeah. How does that help, and what kind of wisdom does he impart on?
Yeah, he's great. Like, he's got a great approach. He's very mature. He's very appreciative. He's a great teammate. Like, the guys really love him. And he's got a nice way about him on the court, but he's won a lot of basketball games. He's really a self-driven kid. He'll be our best three-point shooter. And he shoots with ease and is excited about that. But I'm also excited that he can really rebound. So he fills two huge voids for us, you know, rebounding and shooting the three, two areas we haven't been great in. No problem.
What was that, I guess, experience like for you to have him at the start of his college career and have a chance to have him again at the end?
I went over to England and recruited him. He was awesome family, and came and committed to Stony Brook. And we were so good that year that I had to sit him down before the season and say, hey, like, listen, there's a chance you're not going to play as much as you'd probably like or I would probably like. And so we talked a lot about, redshirt and getting better and those kind of things. And then, it just progressed this. He's a great student, first of all. He graduated with 3.5 GPA at Stony Brook, so he's a great student and very mature. And then had an opportunity once they had a coaching change and stuff to put his name in the portal and had a ton of schools, as you can imagine. But it's been great, like, to reacquaint myself with him. I knew what a great kid he was. I knew what a quality. I knew he was going to turn out to be a really good player because he had tremendous work ethic, and he brings that to school. He brings that to the locker room. He brings that to our team. So to see how far he's come now, he really puts the ball down better. He improved his ball handling, improved his shooting. He's had a great body, but he's got more pop in his legs now. Like, he's just gotten better. He wants to play basketball for a long time. He's going to have that opportunity too. Which I think is exciting, and I think he's excited about being here at Rutgers. So I like that part of it too.
Last season, you guys had a 9, maybe 10-man rotation at times. Is that the ideal number for you, or do you have a certain?
Tell me who's playing well, and I'll tell you the rotation. So I don't know, as a coach, you can go tell me who's hurt, tell me who's not, tell me the matchups we're playing. I've had 12-man rotations. I've had 13 guys in 1 year. I play a lot of guys anyways, and because they earn playing time, but B, the season is a marathon. There's 30 games, so there's flu, there's mono, there's ankle sprains, there's everything, and so your guys got to be prepared for those times. If you don't play them, they're not prepared for them, and those things are going to happen. They happen every year to every team. So, I like playing a lot of guys. We don't have a lot of separation, so I think that's a good thing. We have a good competition at every position, but everyone's going to play. Got 11 guys, they're all going to play, and I think that's exciting for the guys too.
Now, going back to Akwasi a little bit, being from Europe, he had the advantage of playing in the international three-point line. How much of an advantage is that with the NCAA moving it back this year?
I think for him, like, first of all, the line doesn't, he doesn't even think twice about it. That's been his range for a long time, so I think he's made that adjustment as smoothly as anybody. Now he's even a better shooter now than had been in the past. So, probably the easiest adjustment was for him. as that was the line that he's played all along and stuff. He's going to continue, to play. So he's made that. Other guys are making the adjustment. I think the biggest thing is the sideline. There's not as much room, and when you're, Ron Harper and you got size 19 feet, and some of these guys, like, there's not a lot of room on those sidelines with the line being pushed back. So that was one thing that really hurt us in Europe. We stepped out of bounds a lot. So as you're trying to get your feet work ready to play, you don't realize there's not as much room now, before you hit that sideline. So we probably have seen that. That's been the biggest adjustment, guys stepping out of bounds, trying to get into the corner threes, So Quasi has no problem with that. He's ready to launch, no matter where his feet are.
I know you mentioned in the past you guys think you can score on the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, we're not good right now. Yeah, we'll get better though. Guys are willing workers, and we got a ways to go in those areas, and we'll continue, to get better. We get, a couple newcomers, got to figure it out a little bit, and some of the veteran guys got to do a great job, because we have to be a really good defensive team, and we have a chance to be. We're the longest that we've ever been lengthwise. Every guy is long and lengthy and athletic, so we should have a chance to be real good. But right now, we're not where we need to be. Certainly for the schedule we're going to be playing.
You mentioned that Yeboah and Young are the two a bit older guys, and I know that the team is older this year than last year. How do you think that's going to change the culture in the locker room this year?
Yeah, no, I think it's always good when you're old, older. Even our young guys have logged a lot of minutes, so this will be the first time, our sophomores played a lot of minutes last year as freshmen, so, and our juniors have logged a lot of minutes, and, Quasi's logged a lot of minutes, and Jacob Young played a lot of minutes at, Texas his first couple of years too, so I think anytime you have older guys, it just helps. They've been through the wars, from really good programs too, Texas, a good program, obviously, and Stony Brook, a good program. And, if you throw Paul Mulcahy in there, a real good winning program at Gil St. Bernard. So, got some guys that have won a lot and have gotten older. And, I like our locker room right now. I like our leadership. Gio's been great. And Shaq Carter brings a dimension, too. He's an older guy that's been around a little bit, too. So, I like that. And I like being different in that area as opposed to being young, with our captains.
It's been over 2 weeks since practice number one. What is the number one thing you learned from your team since then?
Yeah, we're competitive. That's whatever. We got guys, everyone can make a case. If you show up at practice today, you're going to say, I like this guy, this guy, this guy. And I'll say, if you were here yesterday, you'd like that guy, and that guy. So we got more depth. We have more competition in practice because they have to be better. Knock on wood, we've stayed healthy, so that's a huge part of this thing. But, and after 2 weeks, we got a long way to go. We shoot the ball better, we handle it and pass it better, but we got a lot of work to do. And this is always the nervous time of the year because we're under a month now before we play, and we're not ready to play right now. So we got a lot to do in a short period of time.
When do you, switch from preparing for a game week to? So I know a lot of times like football, they start practice and they're thinking about game one immediately. Like, when do you kind of begin to think?
Yeah, you're always thinking, our games come fast and furious, so it's a little bit different. I wish I had a week in between every game too. So we don't have any of that luxury, especially when we start that Pittsburgh stretch, and then what is it, Michigan State, Kevin, and then it's Wisconsin, and then it's Seton Hall. And I say you play such different styles in basketball. Michigan State runs the most, and then the next game you play the team that walks the ball up the most. So a lot of your prep time is so different for all the teams you play. But we'll start preparing. In a lot of ways, we're preparing for a lot of our games right now by putting in all the different things that we need to have in place that we're going to see in the first month of the season. So you're always preparing, but right now I'm preparing my own team, to do the things that I want them to do, and then we'll start getting into more specifics as we get closer to playing those teams.